Hey guys, it's Mrs. Invest. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to show you how to open an investment account with CIBC Investors Edge and buy your first stock. Beware, once you do this, your dog's going to steal all your money to buy shares of PetSmart.
So you want to start trading stocks and you need a platform to do it. Today I'm going to show you how to open a CIBC Investors Edge account and how to start using the CIBC Investors Edge platform for trading. So here I've gone into Google and I've typed in CIBC Investors Edge, and we're just going to click on this first heading right here. And this is the CIBC Investors Edge website. So the most important thing when you're starting out looking for a platform is to look at the pricing tab. So pricing, what you're mainly concerned with here is how much is it going to cost you to buy and trade stocks. So CIBC has a pretty competitive commission fee as far as the banks go at $6.95 per trade, and you don't need to have a minimum account balance, which is really good, and there's no minimum trades that you need in order to qualify for the $6.95 fee per trade. So I'm just going to switch over here for another example to RBC, another Canadian bank. Theirs is called direct investing. So you can see here RBC has a trading for $9.95. And in order to qualify for their $6.95 trade, you need to trade more than 150 trades per quarter, which is 3 months. So that's a lot of trading. So you can see here that CIBC, there's no minimum trade. So that's something that's really important to keep in mind when you're opening a new account, because you probably don't have that much money to start out with trading. So the cost of your commissions is going to be a really important factor in deciding which brokerage you go with. Okay, so now that we know how much we're going to be paying for trade fees, let's go here and click on New Investors. And you're going to click right here and click on Open an Account. And here you can see the accounts that have been listed. So your tax-free savings account, which you definitely want open, your registered retirement savings account, and other accounts. So you're going to click here on Apply Now. Now, if you're already banking with CIBC, which you probably are if you're looking at opening a CIBC Investors Edge account, you're going to click Yes. And it will take you to this page right here. And you're going to put in your debit card number and your password that you use for your regular online banking, and then click Pre-fill Application. And then what that's going to do is that's going to get Investors Edge linked with your personal banking and really expedite the process of opening an account. And then because I already have an account, I cannot go through this again, but you're just going to follow all the prompts, and it's pretty straightforward. Just put in a bunch of personal information, and then you'll be in contact with Investors Edge in order to open an account. Now, the only thing I'll say is that in my experience, I've found opening accounts with Investors Edge to be a little bit of a slow and painful process. I think they could do better on the customer service end of things and make things a little bit faster. But nevertheless, just follow the process and you'll get the account open in hopefully a short period of time. Okay, and once you have created an account and you've gotten your user ID from Investors Edge, now this is going to be a specific user ID to Investors Edge. It's not going to be a number related to your online banking. And you've made a password, click Sign On. So once you sign on, you're going to see this page, and this is the Investors Edge homepage platform. I've blocked out some of my personal information here. So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to start trading is to get cash from your banking account into your investment account. And so the way you do that is you link your banking account with your investment account, similar to how you would link your credit card to your checking account, so that it's really easy to transfer money from your checking to your credit card. So what you're going to do is right here under frequently asked questions, it says, how do I fund my Investors Edge account so that I can trade? So what you're going to do, it's called a cash transfer. So essentially you're going to transfer cash from your checking to your investment. So what you want to do is link the accounts. And so this is how you get the accounts linked. And this is what I mean when I say the CIBC Investors Edge platform is a little bit inefficient, because it relies on a lot of calling in to talking to representatives to get things done when I feel like a lot of this stuff should be able to be done online. But anyways, so it says to link an account or change your information, please contact us to speak to a representative. So what that means is that you're going to call into CIBC Investors Edge and say, hey, I've just made an account. I would like to link it to my CIBC checking account, and then they'll do that for you. Okay, so you've applied for your accounts to be linked. You'll know that if they're linked if when you click on this banking tab, it takes you to your regular banking page. And if it does that, then you are in the clear and you've been linked. Now, by the way, the only accounts that will be open down here are the accounts that you selected to open at the very beginning. Remember when I showed you the TFSA, the RRSP? So whatever accounts you clicked there that you wanted open, those ones should appear down here. Another thing that you're going to want to do after you've linked your accounts is to change your sign-on password and your trading password. So to do that, you go here on the left-hand column to User Preferences and click on that. And then you can see here, change sign-on password and change trading password. Just get this done before you start. The password that Investors Edge gives you is this super long string of numbers. Nobody can remember that. So just change both of them into something that you can remember and mark it down so you don't lose it, because you will need both of these in order to make your first trade. So in order to get started, we need to transfer cash from checking to investment. So what you're going to do is click right here on Cash Transfers. And under this cash transfers page, you're going to see from account to account. So what most people are going to want to do is transfer from their checking, which is on the banking side. This is why it's really important for the accounts to be linked. Otherwise, there's no way for you to actually get money onto the investment side. And you're going to click to account, and there's a drop down. So, for example, you could transfer to your TFSA or to your RRSP or to your non-registered investment account. And then you're going to type in how much money you want to transfer and whatever date you want the transfer to go on, and then hit next. And just in case you're wondering how long it's going to take for the funds to actually appear in your Investors Edge account, you can go right over here, find out how long it takes for funds to appear in your account. And just like your mom's lasagna in the oven, good things take time. So you're going to click on that. So it says funds arriving from linked accounts are processed the same day if the request is placed prior to 5 o'clock. So if you request to transfer funds before 5 o'clock on a business day, then that will be processed the same day. So what you can do if you're waiting for money to get transferred over, status of your cash transfer by going to the order status tab. So I'll just show you that there. So back to this page here, right above cash transfers, you see order status. And so if you've made a request for a cash transfer, you can click right here on cash transfer. I haven't made any requests, so that's why there's nothing there, but it will show you that you've made the request, and it will either say in process or completed or whatever, and then that way you'll know that what's happening with the cash transfer. Okay, so you have money in your account, woohoo! Now we want to buy our first stock. So right above order status here, you can see trading. Click on that. And this is going to take you to the page where you're going to do your buying and selling of stocks. So on the left here under trading, you can see they have a drop down of anything you could possibly want to buy or sell. So you have stocks, options, mutual funds, bonds, GICs. So let's just stick to trade stocks and ETFs. So here you're going to click on the drop down the account that you want to buy your stock in. So for example, that could be your TFSA account. It's worth noting that your TFSA and RRSP are not investments in themselves. They are just vessels or containers for you to buy investments within. So it's kind of like your TFSA is a fishbowl and your stocks are the fish in the bowl. Action, if it's your first time, you're probably going to want to be buying something since there's nothing to sell, so click buy. Symbol, so this is where you put in the ticker symbol for whatever stock you want to buy. So let's just plug in one for fun. Let's go with the ETF VFV. That's the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. And if you don't know what symbol you want, you can also do your symbol search here. And type in the company name, and that will bring down whatever the symbol is. So let's say you just want to look up Vanguard, and here are all the possible Vanguard ETFs. So this is the one we clicked on here, VFV.
And you don't have to do this. This is just if you don't know what you want to buy. And this takes you to sort of the chart and all the analytics. Okay, but let's just go back to trading. Okay, so we wanted to buy VFV. Now, this particular ETF is listed on the Canadian exchange. Now, this is not whether you want to pay with Canadian or US dollars. This is what exchange is stock that you want to buy listed on. So, for example, let's say you plugged in Tesla here, which is a stock on the American exchange. I'm sure everybody knows about Tesla, and you click Canadian. It's going to give you an error because this does not actually exist on the Canadian market. So you need to make sure, there you go, see it says symbol is invalid. So let's say you click on US and you get real-time quote. Then over here you can see it shows up the stock. So just make sure you have the right exchange. Okay, so let's go back to VFV. This is listed on the Canadian exchange. And you're going to click real-time quote, and this tells you what the current price is. Now, if you are doing this during trading hours, this number is going to be changing by the minute or the second, whatever, depending on whatever stock you're trying to buy. And this will tell you here the change versus yesterday. So is it up or is it down? And it shows you the bid-ask spread and the volume. So here you're going to click how many under quantity, how many you want to buy. So let's say I want to buy 100 shares of VFV. Under order price here, you have three options: limit, market, or stop. So market, if you click on market, that means whatever this is trading at the moment you put the trade in, it's going to go through. It could be higher than 78, it could be lower than 78, it could be exactly 78.61. You don't really have an idea. Limit means this is the only amount that I'm willing to pay for this security. So let's say, oh, this is 78.61. I'm only willing to pay $78. So that means this trade for 100 shares of VFE is only going to go through if it hits $78. Don't worry about this one right here. And the order expiry is how long you want this order to go through for. So for example, if I click good for day, that means I will only buy I only buy 100 shares of VFV at $78 if it hits $78 today. Or you can click good through, and this gives me, so today it's September 26th, so this would give me 1 month to wait until this hits $78, and you can change this to whatever you want, a week, a couple days, whatever. And then the last thing is to pay from. And so this doesn't have anything drop down because I haven't clicked my account here, but it will say pay from either the Canadian side or the US side. So this is where you're going to either be paying with Canadian dollars or US dollars, not up here. So because this security is on the Canadian exchange, you want to pay for it in Canadian dollars. So the drop down here would either say CAD, TFSA or USD TFSA, and so you would click on CAD because you want to pay in the same currency that on the market that you are purchasing. So for example, I wouldn't click USD for this because then the brokerage would have to transfer the funds from do a currency exchange, and that's going to cost you money, so it doesn't really make sense to do that. Okay, so then you're going to click next. And once you click next, the Investors Edge is going to take you to sort of your final chance to review your order before it goes through. Now, this is really important. Don't rush this step. I think it has happened to everybody if you've been trading long enough that you have not paid attention and either clicked the wrong ticker or clicked the wrong market or you would put the order price as the number of shares and vice versa. So you really want to go through this and make sure that everything is actually as you intend. And right here you can see what I was talking about earlier, pay from CAD investment account, because this is on the Canadian market. And just on the right side here, you can see it will show you the same sort of box as was on the previous page. So this shows you right before you put the trade in what the price is. And down here, it shows you the estimated cost. So it shows you the trade value. So since it's about $78 and we were buying 100 shares, it's about $7,800. And the commission is $5.95. So that's how much you have to pay Investors Edge in order to put this trade through. And then it shows you the total. So what you also want to make sure is that you actually have this much money, the total, in your account, because if you try and buy a stock and you have inadequate funds, it's either not going to go through, or Investors Edge will charge you a penalty for buying without having enough funds in the account. So just before you're buying anything, make sure whatever you're buying, you actually have the cash available in your account to do so. So plug in your trading password here, and then you're going to click submit.
Now, depending on whether you put a limit order or a market order, the trade will either go through pretty much instantly, or it's going to take time to go through if you've put an order in for a lower price than that is currently being traded at. So click submit. So congratulations, you should have bought your first stock if you clicked market order. Now, if you happen to click limit order, which again means that you have put in a price that is, usually, well, always lower than the listed price, to see if and when your order goes through, you go right over here to order status. And under order status, this is the same page, if you remember before, where you could check the order of your, or the status of your cash transfers. So you're going to click here under stock, since VFE is on the stock exchange. And if you have put in a limit order, you will see under here that it says VFE. It will tell you what you are willing to pay for the stock and how many shares. And on the right side here, it's either going to say, sort of something like waiting, or filled. So filled means that you have actually gone through and purchased that security. And if it doesn't say filled, I don't remember exactly what it says, I think it's like in progress or something, then that will mean that the trade is still active and it's just waiting to see if it meets your price. So this is how you can sort of monitor any limit orders that you've placed to see if and when they have gone through. And this is also the place where if you change your mind and you want to cancel a limit order, you can also click on the right side here under the request you've put through and click on cancel. And after you've bought your first stock or ETF or whatever and you want to check on things and see how they're doing, just go back to the home page here under account information, and you can click on your accounts to see a subheading of accounts like your TFSA, your RRSP, or your non-registered investment account. You can click under account holdings, and that will show you what exactly you're holding in each of those accounts. If you want to see when you bought something, how much you bought it for, or how many shares you bought, this is under transaction history. If you're getting paid dividends or distributions, or when you're buying and selling, that will all be under transaction history, and you can go back up to 12 months. Under e-documents, this is all documents related to tax purposes, boring stuff but important stuff, so that's all under there. So that's pretty much it with Investors Edge. That's a brief tour of the basics of getting started with trading. Nobody was there to show me how to do this when I was getting started, so I hope that this is helpful for you if you're looking to start buying stocks on the Investors Edge platform. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what investment platform you use, especially if you're in Canada, and what you like about it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I've got lots more content coming related to everything about money, finance, and investing. Anybody can do it. I could talk about this stuff all day long, so I look forward to making more videos for you guys, and bye for now.